Namaste, welcome all of you. This is our 15th lecture in the series of online lectures. We are learning bookkeeping and accountancy standard 12 Maharashtra board. See, this is the 15th lecture. I hope that you have already seen my earlier lectures, especially lecture number 14. Then it would be easier for you to better understanding. Now let's start the day with the interesting thing. In my last lecture, I had asked one quiz. The quiz was that if the value of fixed assets is given in the adjustments, then how the depreciation is calculated? Five options were given, and the correct option of this quiz was option C. That is to calculate the depreciation. If the value of the fixed asset is given in the adjustment, then you have to deduct the amount given in the adjustment from the amount given in the trial balance. Now let's see who has given the correct answer. Yes, it's Harsh. Harsh has given the correct answer. Very good, Harsh. Harsh, you are the winner of this quiz. Very good, Harsh. Congratulations, Harsh. Now let's move to our today's lecture. See, we are learning bookkeeping and accountancy standard 12. We are learning lesson number 1, that is Introduction to Partnership and Partnership Final Accounts. We have covered these many competency statements, and we have also covered this competency statement as stated by board, and now currently we are on doing financial results of the business to find out the financial results of the business, that is of the partnership business. See, there are two methods of maintaining the capital, that is either fixed capital method or fluctuating capital method for the partners. What we learned in our last lecture, we learned practical problem number 2, which was given on page number 55 to 56 of Messrs. Mitesh and Mangesh. And what we are learning today we are going to see illustration number 6 and 7. Illustration number 6 of Shreyas and Mrunal, which is given on page number 37 to 39, and illustration number 7, which is of Sapre and Atre, which is given on page number 39 to 42. Okay, see, as usual, these are the important adjustments. You must remember this forever. See, these are the important adjustments regarding bills receivable, bills payable, bad debts, RDD, discount, and reserve for discount on debtors and creditors. Okay, now let's start. Today's illustration number 6. See, as usual, you have to prepare trading account. Then you have to calculate the gross profit. Then you have to take gross profit to profit and loss account. Then you have to calculate the net profit. You have to calculate that net profit to partner's capital account or to the balance sheet. Then you have to tally the balance sheet, and that is the end of the solution. Now let's move to today's illustration, that is illustration number 6. From the following trial balance of Shreyas and Mrunal, okay, and adjustments, you are required to prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019 and balance sheet as on that date. Okay, now let's start. See, I have not prepared a column over here for the posting, right? Now I will just tell you, because this problem has been solved in the book. It is very easy problem. Capital accounts, Shreyas and Mrunal. Okay, see, here no any current account balances has been given. Okay, so this means they are not maintaining the books of account by fixed capital method. They are maintaining by fluctuating capital method. Okay, if they are maintaining by the fluctuating capital method, then the capitals of Shreyas and Mrunal will come to the liability side and of balance sheet and as partners capital. Okay, partners capitals as liability in the liability side of the balance sheet. Purchases, trading account debit side. Sales, trading account credit side. Bills receivable, asset. Bills payable, liability. Commission, what is commission? It is commission given on, see, here they haven't prepared two columns for particulars. Okay, only one column for the particular has been given and the two columns for debit and credit has been given. So you have to look at the values properly. See, here commission is given on the debit side, right? Commission on the debit side means this is commission given, commission paid. So commission paid will come to the profit and loss account debit side. Salaries paid, profit and loss account debit side. Insurance for 9 months in the debit side, that is profit and loss account debit side. See, here it is an hidden adjustment. See, it is an internal adjustment, hidden adjustment. Why? Insurance has been paid for 9 months only. Means 3 months insurance is unpaid. Okay, so there is an internal adjustment. So we'll make 2 marks against it. Okay, and we have to remember that's why I have made a star over here. Prepaid rent. Okay, profit and loss account debit side. Sundry creditors. See, it will come on the credit side of the trial balance. So sundry creditors is liability. Sundry debtors asset. Postage, profit and loss account debit side. Freehold premises. See, freehold premises are assets. Furniture asset. Bad debts, profit and loss account debit side. Cash in hand asset, cash at bank asset, carriage inward. Carriage inward means inward carriage paid while bringing the material inside. So it will go to the trading account debit side. Okay, trading account debit side. Carriage outward, profit and loss account debit side, because carriage paid while sending the material outside. That's why it will go to the profit and loss account debit side. Stock, see, the closing date of the book is 31st March 2019. The stock given on 1st April 2018, it is opening stock. So trading account debit side. Returns. See, this is the only different thing which has come in this trial balance. See, as two columns side by side has been made for debit and credit, and only returns word has been given. See, if the returns amount in the debit side has been given, okay, see what comes in the debit side, purchases comes. So if the amount of returns is given in the debit side, it means obviously those are the sales return. Okay, those are the sales return. And if the amount given of the against returns on the credit side, so it would be obviously purchase return. Okay, why? Because sales comes into the credit side. So what would be here? It would be purchase return. Okay, then just mark over here for rupees 1200 sales return and for rupees 1800 purchase return. Wages, trading account debit side. Outstanding wages. See, outstanding wages has been given on the credit side, that is liability. Okay, simple. Now let's move to the adjustments. Closing stock is rupees 30,000. Trading account credit side and asset. Okay, no any marking over here. Outstanding expenses, salary is rupees 1200 and commission rupees 400. Okay, both salaries and commission will be added to the outstanding expenses in the profit and loss account debit side. So you'll make 2 marks against commission and salaries each. Okay, and its second effect will be recorded in the liabilities. Then depreciate furniture at 10%. Okay, so depreciation is an expense. So profit and loss account debit side against furniture will make 2 marks. Furniture 2 marks we have made. And the second effect will go to, it will that much of depreciation will get deducted from the asset. So second effect minus asset. Then provide for further bad debts rupees 1200. Okay, new bad debts. So new bad debts will be added to profit and loss account debit side in the formula to the old bad debts. Okay, so against old bad debts will make one mark, and those that much of bad debts will get deducted from the sundry debtors on the asset side of the balance sheet. So we will make one mark against sundry debtors. Okay, in the balance sheet. Sundry debtors at asset side. Next, goods worth rupees 5,000 destroyed by fire, and insurance company admitted a claim of rupees 2,000 only. See, one more example like this we had already solved. Okay, so that's why it is desirable or advisable that you have already solved the illustrations, all the illustrations, you have completed solving all the illustrations, then only you are moving to the practical problems, because you will get many new different types of adjustments over here. See, here this adjustment like goods of rupees 5,000 destroyed by fire and insurance company admitted a claim of rupees 2,000 only. See what it means. See, goods has gone out. Maybe anyway. Okay, I have already explained in one of my lecture. Goods has gone out. So where the goods will be recorded? Goods will be recorded to the trading account credit side. Okay, next thing. Goods of rupees 5,000 has been lost. Okay, and insurance was there. Insurance claim was there. The insurance company admitted a claim of rupees 2,000 only. Okay, 5,000 were the goods cost of the goods, and you are getting rupees 2,000 only. So your sheer loss is rupees 3,000. Your loss is rupees 3,000. Okay, so this loss of 3,000 rupees will be recorded to the profit and loss account debit side. Rupees 5,000 will be recorded to the trading account credit side because this is the cost of the goods. Okay, and what you are getting against the loss? Rupees claim, insurance claim of rupees 2,000. So it will come to the asset side. So this kind of, if this kind of adjustment comes, then there are the three effects. Then 6. Shreyas and Mrunal are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. That we will remember while distributing the profits to Shreyas and Mrunal. Now let's move to solve it. Very simple. First, what we will do, depending upon the trading balance, we will prepare the, depending upon the trial balance, we prepare the trading account. Then we will prepare the profit and loss account. Then we will prepare the partner's capital account or current account if it is required. And then we prepare the balance sheet. Okay, now let's move to solve the problem. See, first of all, see, capital account shares and Mrunal will go to the liabilities. Partners capital liability. Okay, then first of all we start with the opening stock. Opening stock, that is 22,500. We will make the mark. 22,500 is the opening stock. Then purchases. Purchases are rupees 37,800. Okay, purchases rupees 37,800. There were purchase returns, so we will make one mark against purchase and one mark against sales. Okay, so purchases 37,800. Then sales 66,700. Okay, bills receivable asset we will record in the balance sheet. Bills payable liability balance sheet. Commission paid rupees 2,400. Commission. Okay, we have paid the commission of rupees 2,400 inner side because there are adjustments. Salaries paid rupees 6,000 inner side. Salaries paid rupees 6,000 inner side of the trading and profit and loss account. Okay, then insurance of 9 months has been paid. See, there is a, you are required to prepare one working note for this. See, insurance for 9 months paid, which is rupees 9,000. So what is the insurance for 1 month? See, rupees 9,000 is the insurance for 9 months. So for how to calculate the insurance for 1 month? 9,000 divided by 9 is equal to 1,000. So rupees 1,000 is the insurance of 1 month, which is to be paid. Now, how many months insurance has been paid? 9 months insurance has been paid. So 3 months insurance is yet to be paid. It is a liability. So we have to record 3 months insurance also. We have to add that 3 months insurance also to the insurance. Okay. So let's go to insurance. Rupees 9,000 at outstanding of 3 months rupees 3,000. Because 1,000 is for 1 month. So of 3 months it is 1,000 into 3 is equal to 3,000. Okay. So 3 months is the outstanding insurance which we have to pay, which was due for this year, but we haven't paid. Okay, the second effect of this 3,000 will go to liability. Then prepaid rent. Okay, see, this rent has been prepaid of how much rupees? 3,000. So what it is? It is an asset. Okay, prepaid rent rupees 3,000 is a asset. Then sundry creditors. Sundry creditors liability will go to the balance sheet. Sundry debtors asset will go to the balance sheet. Then postage of rupees 1700. See, postage rupees 1700. Okay, then freehold premises assets, furniture asset, bad debts of rupees 500. Okay, bad debts of rupees 500. Then cash in hand asset, cash at bank asset, carriage inward rupees 800. Carriage inward rupees 800 will be recorded to the trading account debit side. Okay, then carriage outward 1700. Carriage outward rupees 1700. Okay, then returns. See, the returns given in the debit side is sales return. So we have to deduct that much of amount from the sales. So rupees 1200 we have to deduct from the sales. Okay, and the returns amount given in the credit side of the trial balance is purchase return. So purchase returns are rupees 1800. Okay, that we have that much of amount we have deducted from purchases. Okay, this also recording we have completed. Then wages. Wages trading account debit side rupees 3100. And outstanding wages is the liability. Okay, so we will record it to the balance sheet liability side. Okay, so these items for whom we have made red tick, we have completed the posting. Remaining will go to the balance sheet. Okay, now let's move to the adjustments. Closing stock is rupees 30,000. Closing stock rupees 30,000. First effect we have done. Then outstanding expenses salary rupees 1200 and commission rupees 400. Outstanding expenses. Okay, salaries 1200 and commission rupees 400. Salaries 1200 and commission 400. Okay, one effect of both of these are we have done over here. Second effect is still remaining. Depreciate furniture at 10%. Okay, what is the value of the furniture? It is 20,000 rupees. So what is 10% of 20,000? It is 2,000 rupees. So we write to depreciation on furniture rupees 2,000. Here only depreciation of furniture is to be calculated. So directly we can write like this: to depreciation on furniture rupees 2,000. If depreciation on many fixed assets was to be calculated, then we can have to write like this: to depreciation, and on the next line we can write the names of the assets and their value of the depreciation against the amount column. Then we will calculate the total depreciation value of the different assets and we'll write the final value in the outer column. But here in this illustration, only the depreciation of furniture is asked to be calculated. So we can write directly like this in a single sentence: to depreciation on furniture rupees 2,000. Okay, one effect we have completed over here. Then provide for further bad debts rupees 1200. So we'll add to the profit and loss account debit side at the formula. Bad debts, further bad debts means new bad debts rupees 1200. Goods of rupees 5,000 destroyed by fire. An insurance company admitted a claim of rupees 2,000 only. So for 5,000 we have to record to the trading account credit side. Buy goods destroyed by fire rupees 5,000, and the loss of rupees 3,000 we have to record to the profit and loss account debit side. See, by loss by fire rupees 3,000. Okay, and 2,000 we record to the asset side. Okay, so two effects out of this we have completed. This effect is yet remaining. Then Shreyas and Mrunal sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. Okay, so see what we have completed so far. See, so far we have completed the posting of items from trading account and profit and loss account. Okay, so we can calculate the gross profit now. All the items on the trading account credit side and all the items on the trading account debit side we have completed the posting. So the total of the items on the trading account credit side is rupees 1,05,000. Okay, the same total we write in the debit side also of the trading account. So total rupees 1,05,000. So we have to deduct the total of these items to get the gross profit, and the gross profit is rupees 38,100. So we carry this gross profit 38,100 to, we will bring it down on the profit and loss account credit side. So there is no any other item on the credit side of the profit and loss account. So directly this 38,100 will be the total of the profit and loss account. Okay, total. So what we have to do to arrive to the net profit, we have to calculate the total of these items. First of all, verify whether all the items has been taken outside. Okay, so then do the total of these items. Okay, and deduct this total from rupees 38,100. Okay, so then we will arrive to the net profit at rupees 6,000. Okay, see, this net profit has been distributed to Shreyas and Mrunal in the ratio of 2:1. Okay, so 6,000, how many parts are made? How many parts has been made out of this profit of rupees 6,000? 2:1 means 2 plus 3. So 3 parts has been made. Okay, 3 parts has been made out of this profit of rupees 6,000. So what is one part? That is 6,000 divided by 3. That is one part is rupees 2,000. One part is rupees 2,000. So one part of share would be given to whom? Would be given to Mrunal. So Mrunal will get rupees 2,000, and 2 parts of profit will be given to Shreyas. So 2,000 into 2, that is, because 2,000 is one share, 2,000 into 2, because Shreyas has 2 shares of the profit. So Shreyas will get profit of rupees 4,000. Okay, so in this way profit will get distributed to Shreyas and Mrunal. Okay, let's see how to make the recordings of the balance sheet items. See, capital accounts, Shreyas and Mrunal, we have to record. Capital, Shreyas 35,000 and Mrunal 20,000. Okay, then bills receivable was remaining. Bills receivable asset rupees 8,000. Okay, bills payable liability rupees 6,500. Then insurance of rupees of 3 months was due, so outstanding insurance rupees 3,000. Okay, then prepaid rent was an asset. Okay, that we have to record over here. Prepaid rent was an asset that we have to record over here. Then sundry creditors rupees 48,900. Then sundry debtors rupees 25,000. Sundry debtors 25,000. Then postage freehold premises rupees 17,300. Freehold premises rupees 17,300. We are looking balance sheet asset side and liability side. Then furniture of rupees 20,000. Then cash in hand rupees 4,500. Cash at bank rupees 16,000. Then everything we have taken. Outstanding which was liability, so outstanding which is rupees 1,600. Then closing stock second adjustment 30,000 will come to the balance sheet asset side. Closing stock rupees 30,000, so its second adjustment also we have completed. Then outstanding expenses salaries and commission 1,200 and 400, that second adjustment completed. Depreciation furniture, so 2,000 was the depreciation amount that we have to deduct, and this would be the return down value of the furniture. Okay, second completed. Provide for further bad debts rupees 1,200, that we have to deduct from the sundry debtors. Okay, so sundry debtors less new bad debts. Okay, so these would be the total bad debts. Okay, then goods. See, here in this adjustment, the insurance claim, that is an asset that we have to record in the balance sheet. So insurance claim of rupees 2,000. Okay, that also we have done. So all the adjustments we have completed, and all the postings from the balance sheet also we have completed. Okay, now see, the net profit, there were no drawings given over here, right? So we have to just add the net profit to Shreyas rupees 4,000, add the net profit rupees 2,000 to Mrunal. So Mruna's capital will be rupees 22,000 and Shreya's capital will be rupees 39,000. Okay, there were no drawings. Okay, so the total of these items in the balance sheet asset side is rupees 1,22,600 and the total of items in the balance sheet liability side is same, that is 1,22,600. Okay, all the things are matching. Very good. In this way we have completed illustration number 6. Okay, now let's see illustration number 7. See, okay, Sapre and Atre are partners sharing profits and losses equally. This is an important thing. Share profits and losses equally. From the following trial balance and adjustments, prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019 and balance sheet as on that date. Okay, I will just tell you the noting or recording where the things will be posted, recorded. Okay, I won't make a column over here. Sundry debtors, assets, purchases, trading account debit side, returns given on the debit side of the trial balance. So those are the sales returns. So that much amount we have to deduct from sales. Opening stock, trading account debit side, land and building, assets, carriage inward, right? That will come to the trading account debit side. Rent, rates and taxes, profit and loss account debit side. See, drawings are given here. Okay, so drawings of Sapre and Atre will be deducted from, see, current account balance is not given here. Okay, so these drawings will be deducted from the respective capitals of Sapre and Atre. Okay, so what we have to do with this? We have to record it to the partners capital which is on the liability side. Okay, we have to deduct it, that value of the drawings. Salaries, profit and loss account debit side. Bad debts, profit and loss account debit side. Machinery, asset. See, here in important adjustment, hidden adjustment is here, machinery. And what is given in the bracket? Additions on 1st October 2018 rupees 10,000 and some value is given here in the debit side. What does this mean? See, machinery which is shown of rupees 25,000 on 31st March 2019, okay, which has the new machinery purchased on 1st October 2018 of rupees 10,000. Okay, see, what does this mean? On the mid of the year or meanwhile, means starting from 1st April 2018 to 31st March 2019, in this period, meanwhile, some new machinery was purchased. Okay, how much was the cost of this new machinery? Rupees 10,000. And when it was purchased? 1st October 2018. Means after purchasing of this new machinery of rupees 10,000, the value of the machinery is rupees 25,000. Means before purchasing of this machinery, this 10,000, what was the price of the machinery? It must be 15,000, right? Means on 1st April 2018, the price of the machinery would be 15,000 and on 31st March 2019 it is 25,000 because machinery of rupees 10,000 has been purchased meanwhile, that is on 1st October 2018. Okay, so it is a hidden adjustment. Why there is hidden adjustment? Because machinery is a fixed asset. And why we have to consider this? Because we have to consider its depreciation, right? While calculating the depreciation, we have to remember this. Okay, the period. Why? Because while calculating of the depreciation, period is an important thing. Okay, then advertisement, profit and loss account debit side. Provident fund investment. See, this is given on the trial balance debit side, so obviously it is an asset. Provident fund investment, it is an asset. Then sales, trading account credit side. Sundry creditors, liability. Sundry income, see, this is sundry income. Sundry means miscellaneous income. Okay, so miscellaneous income will come to the profit and loss account credit side. Capitals of Sapre and Atre are given. Okay, the capital value is same for both of them. See, where the capital will be recorded, as there are no current account balances are given, it means Sapre and Atre are not maintaining fixed capital method. Okay, so they will maintain the fluctuating capital method, or they will maintain in the balance sheet as per this book. Okay, as per this lesson they are maintaining in the balance sheet itself. Okay, so that those will be recorded to the partner's capital in the liability side of the balance sheet. Then provident fund. See, provident fund means what? The fund which business has to pay later on. Okay, so provident fund, it is a liability, so it will be recorded on the liability side. Returns given on the credit side, those are the purchase return, so that much of value you have to deduct from purchases. Then commission pre-received. See, commission was not due for this period. Okay, but then also we have received it. So for the time being it is a liability. Okay, for the time being it is a liability, commission pre-received, because it is given on the credit side of the trial balance. Then RDD, old RDD we have to deduct from the profit and loss account debit side from the bad debts. Okay, from the bad debts. Now let's go to the adjustments. Closing stock is valued rupees 23,000. To adjustment, trading account credit side and asset. Depreciate land and building at 5% and machinery at 10%. Okay, so 1 mark against land and building, 1 mark for depreciation, 2 marks for depreciation, and against machinery, where is machinery, 2 marks. Okay, then create second adjustment will go to the that much of depreciation value will deduct from the assets. Create provision for bad and doubtful debts at 5% on sundry debtors. Okay, where are the sundry debtors? We have to make one provision, 1 mark for provision for bad and new debts, new bad debts, right? On sundry debtors, and write off rupees 1,000 for bad debts. See, what as per rule, other adjustment should be done first. So we have to deduct this bad debts rupees 1,000 also. See, this we have to add because this is new provision, and deduct that much of value from the sundry debtors. Okay, so 2 marks for this. One in the profit and loss account debit side as per formula against bad debts, and that much amount we will deduct from sundry debtors on the asset side. Goods worth rupees 3,000 were sold, but no entry was found in the books of account. Listen properly. Goods were sold means goods has gone out. So what is the first rule? Whatever has been happened with goods and goods has gone out, then we have to record to the trading account credit side. But here the goods has gone out due to the selling. Okay, so we have to add to the sales. Add to sales in the trading account credit side. But no entry was found in the books of accounts. So means goods were sold. So we have to by default add them to sales, and as we have forgotten, we haven't made the entry of rupees 3,000. Tomorrow or in future, some people will come to return your money, right? So we haven't recorded them as debtors. So we have to record them as debtors. We have to add them as debtors in the asset side of the balance sheet. Okay. Next, see, for this what we have to do? We have to add that much amount to the sales. So 1 mark against sales, and sundry debtors 1 mark against sundry debtors. We have to add. Outstanding carriages rupees 500. So we have to add that much of amount to the carriage in the trading account debit side and outstanding. Okay, so these are the outstanding carriages. So I have to record to the liability. Next, see, this adjustment and this adjustment are the new. Okay, that's why we have to go through the illustrations first. Okay, because you will get the variety of adjustments. See, listen properly for this adjustments. Goods worth rupees 8,000 were purchased on 31st March 2019 and included in the closing stock, but not recorded in the books of accounts. See, what does this mean? We prepared the books of account on 31st March 2019, and while the books were getting prepared, while the books were getting closed, the firm purchased some goods of rupees 6,000 of rupees 8,000. But as that there was hurry in closing the books, okay, they were in urgency of closing the books, so it was remained, it was forgotten, and it was remained to record the purchasing. Okay, so first of all what we have to do, see, we have to record that much of goods to purchases. Okay, purchases, we will make one mark and record those goods which were purchased. Okay, and see, the goods were purchased, but then what happened? But the goods were not sold. How we come to know? See, goods were purchased on 31st March 2019 on the last day when the books were getting prepared, and those goods were included in the closing stock. See, the person who looks for the warehouse did his work properly. Okay, what did he do? He did his work properly and he recorded the goods in the closing stock. So closing stock includes those goods. Okay, but those goods were not recorded by the person who looks for the purchases. Okay, so we have to record to the purchases, but we don't have to add to the closing stock because those goods were added to the closing stock by the manager who looks the warehouse or the stocks. Okay, but not recorded in the books of accounts means what? So what we have to do, we have to add to the purchases, and as the purchases must have been done, so creditors were generated. Okay, so in futures the people from whom we have purchased may come to ask for the money of rupees 8,000. Okay, so we have to record the creditors also. So in this case the goods were purchased and those were recorded in the closing stock but not in the purchases. Then what we have to do, we have to add to the purchases in the trading account debit side, purchases trading account debit side, and sundry creditors on the liability side. Okay, so these are the, again we have made one mark again purchases and one mark again sundry creditors. Okay, so this was the marking regarding the posting and adjustments. Now let's start to solve. See, first of all the opening stock is of rupees 18,000. Okay, then purchases rupees 65,000, opening stock and purchases. Okay, see, there is one adjustment, so we'll write the purchases in the inner side. Then opening stock, purchases. Then next, this will go to the balance sheet. Returns means those are the sales returns, so we record rupees 800 as the sales return. Okay, sales less returns rupees 800. Next, land and building, go to the asset. Carriage inward rupees 1,200. Okay, carriage inward rupees 1,200. Then no land and building, we have to record against carriages. Okay, carriage. Rent, rates and taxes, profit and loss account debit side rupees 1,000. Okay, we have done. Drawings, we will go to the balance sheet. Salaries rupees 3,200. Salaries rupees 3,200. Bad debts rupees 1,000. Bad debts, okay, old bad debts rupees 1,000. Machinery, balance sheet asset side. Okay, but on this machinery we have to calculate the depreciation. See, how to calculate the depreciation? Listen properly. See, machinery of rupees 25,000 is the value of the machinery on 31st March 2019. Okay, out of that some machinery was with them from the start of the year, right? How much? So we will make the two parts of that, of the value of rupees 25,000. See, there were two machineries, right? So two parts of machinery we have to consider. See, additions on 1st October 2018 was done of rupees 10,000. Means before this addition they were having the machinery of rupees 15,000. Okay, they were having the machinery of rupees 15,000 from 1st April 2018. Means from the start of that financial year they were having the machinery of rupees 15,000, and they purchased new additional machinery of rupees 10,000 on 1st October 2019 of rupees 10,000, right? They purchased on 1st October 2019. Okay, now see, what is the rate of the depreciation? The rate of depreciation on machinery is depreciate machinery at 10%. Okay, see, this machinery was purchased on 1st April 2000, means it was with them from 1st April 2018, means entire year they have utilized this machinery, and this machinery of rupees 10,000 they have purchased on 1st October 2018. Okay, now for how many months this machinery is with this firm? It is, this machinery is with this for last 12 months. Okay, because it was with them from 1st April 2018, and this machinery of rupees 10,000 which they have purchased on 1st October 2018. So how many months has been passed? 6 months has been passed from 1st October 2018 to 31st March 2019. That is the closing date of this financial statements. So 6 months has been passed. So this machinery which they have purchased on 1st October 2018 for rupees 10,000 is with them from last 6 months. Okay, now we have to calculate the depreciation. See, depreciation, what is the rate of depreciation? That is 10%. So what is the machinery with us for of rupees 15,000? So how to calculate the depreciation? 15,000 into how much of percent? 10%. 10% means 10 by 100. And how long it is with us? It is with us since last 12 months. Okay, so 12 divided by 12, because depreciation is calculated for 12 months. So 12 divided by 12 is, what is 12 divided by 12? It is 1 only. Okay, so 12 divided by 12 is 1. So 10 divided by 100 is 10 divided by 100. Okay, so what is 15,000? That is rupees, 10% of 15,000 is rupees 1,500. Okay, so rupees 1,500 is the depreciation on the machinery which was with them since the start of the year. Okay, then how to calculate this? How to calculate the depreciation for this machinery which has been purchased on 1st October? See, this is with us for last 6 months only. Simply in the same way we can calculate, that is rupees 10,000. Okay, rupees 10,000 into 10%, 10 divided by 100 for last 6 months only. Okay, last 6 months. Okay, so how to calculate? See, 6 divided by 12 is 1 by 2. Okay, it is 1 by 2. Okay, simply we'll do like this. So 10%, so 10,000 into 10%, that is 1,000, but for 6 months. So 1,000 divided by 2, that is rupees 500 only. Rupees 500. Okay, so for the machinery which has been purchased on 1st October 2018 for rupees 10,000, the depreciation is rupees 500, and for the machinery which is with them since the start of the year, financial year, the depreciation is rupees 1,500. So the total depreciation is rupees 1,500 plus rupees 500, that is equal to rupees, total depreciation is rupees 2,000. Okay, rupees 2,000. So depreciation on land and building rupees 500. See, what was the land and building? 10,000 into 5%, that is 500. That was simple one. And for plant and machinery, this 1500 plus 500, that is rupees 2000. Okay, so the total depreciation is rupees 2500, and this depreciation, this value we have to deduct. Okay, 500 from land and building and 2000 from plant and machinery. Okay, let's move ahead. Machinery, we have calculated the depreciation. Advertisement expenses rupees 4000, and provident fund investment, that will consider in the assets. Then sales are rupees 85,000. Sundry creditors will go to the liability. Sundry income, see there is miscellaneous income of rupees 2000, so it will be recorded to the profit and loss account credit side by sundry income rupees 2000. Capital of Sapre and Atri will record to the partners capital in the liability side. Okay, liability. Provident fund, see this provident fund which is going on the credit side, it is a liability. So provident fund that we have to refund is rupees 10,000, that will go to the liability side. Returns going on the credit side are the purchase return, so we will deduct this value rupees 1500, okay, from the purchases, that is returns rupees 1500. Commission pre-received, that is a liability, and reserve for doubtful debts, old RDD rupees 400 will deduct from, that is old RDD rupees 400 will deduct from the bad debts as per the formula. Now let's move to the adjustments. Closing stock rupees 23,000 we have recorded, one adjustment we have completed. Depreciate land and building at 5% we have completed. Machinery 10%, one adjustment we have completed. Create provision for bad and doubtful debts at 5% on sundry debtors and write off rupees 1000 for bad debts. Okay, see this we have to calculate on the sundry debtors in the asset side, and rupees 1000 for bad debts, that is new bad debts we can record over here, that is new bad debts. Okay, rupees 1000, and we have to add to the old bad debts which has been given in the balance sheet, and this RDD we have to calculate on the value after doing all the adjustments. Remaining value of the debtors, this 5% percentage. See, as per why I always show you the important adjustment at the start of the every lecture, because those rules we have to remember forever. So this percentage RDD has to be done, calculation of this percentage RDD can be done after doing all the adjustment of new RDD and all. Okay, so this can be calculated after on the remaining value of the debtors. Then only one of this we have done of rupees 1000. Goods worth rupees 3000 were sold, but no entry was found in the books of accounts. So we have to record the unrecorded sales first. Okay, always remember, after entering the sales we have to always record the unrecorded sales first, then we can deduct the returns, sales return. Okay, so this first entry we have done, 3000 were sold we have done. Then the remaining second entry will go to the assets. Then outstanding carriage rupees 500, so carriage will add outstanding carriage of rupees 500. Then second is the liability. Goods worth rupees 8000 are purchased on 31st March 2018, so to the purchases we have to add the unrecorded purchases first, rupees 8000. See, same rule is applicable as it was sale for purchases. So you have to add the unrecorded purchases or unrecorded sales first. Then you have to deduct their returns. Okay. Next. Okay. So by this we have completed the posting for trading account and profit and loss account, and from the adjustments. So we can calculate the gross profit now. At least we can calculate the gross profit now. See, opening, so what all the things we have recorded. So the total of this credit side of the trading account is rupees 1,10,200. So we can write this total over here, that is 1,10,200, and what we have to do, we have to calculate the total of this and deduct it from rupees 1,10,200. So gross profit will come 19,000. See, this gross profit we have to bring down to the profit and loss account credit side. Okay, so only one additional item is there, sundry income on the profit and loss account credit side. So after adding this, item, the total of the profit and loss account credit side is rupees 21,000. Okay, so we'll write the same total to the debit side of profit and loss account, that is the total. But we cannot make the total and we cannot come to the value of the net profit till we haven't completed the new RDD. Okay, we cannot calculate the new RDD unless and until we have calculated the sundry debtors. Okay, otherwise all the adjustments, all the postings we have done, but we are still stuck with this new RDD, calculation of the new RDD. Rest of all of the calculations we have done. Now let's move to the assets. See, sundry debtors rupees 40,000 we have to record over here. Okay, plus unrecorded sales were there, right? Because goods worth rupees 3,000 were sold but no entry was found in the books of accounts. So that much of rupees 3,000 we have to add to the sundry debtors first, because other adjustments first. Okay, then sundry debtors, then land and building rupees 10,000 less depreciation at 5%. So final value of land, written down value of land and building is rupees 9,500. Similarly for plant and machinery we have calculated depreciation, that was rupees 2,000 and the written down value of plant and machinery is rupees 23,000. Sundry debtors, then add unrecorded sales first, then less new bad debts, that is rupees 1,000. So after deducting these new bad debts, the value of bad debts will be 42,000. Okay, and then calculate to 5% already on the remaining bad debts. So 42,000 were the remaining bad debts and 5% already on the remaining bad debts was rupees 2,100. Okay, so these are the value of the debtors, final value. Okay, then closing stock was rupees 23,000. See, you have to look like this. Then provident fund investment or provident fund investment, this is one word. Provident fund investment was rupees 18,500. Okay, same on the liability side. Capital of Sapre and Atre rupees 35,000 rupees, and for Atre rupees 35,000 same. Then okay, then drawing. See, the capital of 35,000 and Atre 35,000 we have recorded. Then drawings of rupees 3,000 and 2,000 of Sapre and Atre respectively. So we have to deduct the drawings, okay, over here, and there will come a line. See, these drawings we have to deduct after adding the net profit. Okay, so this net profit will come from the profit and loss account. Okay, and why we were remaining for why we are stuck for calculating the net profit in the profit and loss account, because we hadn't calculated this RDD. Okay, this RDD can be calculated only in the balance sheet. So this, always remember, this value we have to calculate in the balance sheet, that is percentage RDD or new bad debts, whatever. Okay, after calculating of the new bad debts, other adjustment like unrecorded sales and all, we can calculate this new RDD, and we have to take this amount to the profit and loss account. Then only we will be able to calculate the net profit. So after taking this amount to the profit and loss account, we can calculate the net profit, which was rupees 6,600, which is divided equally to Sapre and Atre, that is rupees 3,300 for each. Okay, so up to the capital we have to add the net profit rupees 3,300 each. Okay, so the original capital after adding the net profit and after deducting the drawings, the value of capital of rupees Sapre is 35,300. Okay, and for Atre is rupees 36,300, because he has drawn only 2,000 rupees. Okay, then next, Provident fund, investment, a provident fund, that was liability, we have taken over here. Outstanding expenses of carriage, we had taken over here, that is outstanding expenses of carriage, second adjustment, the second recording. Then creditors of rupees 23,000, okay, we have recorded, plus the goods of rupees 2,000 which we had purchased on purchase, but which were not recorded by the purchase keeper, right? So we have to record it to the creditors. So unrecorded purchases of rupees 8,000. So the total value of the purchases will go 31,000. Okay. Then commission received in advance, that is commission pre-received. It is a liability for the time being. Okay. Rupees 800 rupees. With this we have completed all the adjustments and all the recordings, all the postings on the asset side as well as liability side. So the total will be rupees 1,13,900 on both the sides to tally this. Okay, total. See, this was shown for calculating of the depreciation on machinery as working notes. See, 25,000 was the value of the machinery on 31st March 2019. Okay, out of that some machinery was purchased on 1st October 2018 of rupees 10,000. Okay, so two parts we have to make out of that machinery. 10,000 was purchased on 6 months only, that was because it was purchased on 1st October 2018. So you have to calculate how many months has been passed for that machinery. Okay, so those are 6 months. So on rupees 10,000 for 6 months at the rate of 10% we have to calculate the depreciation. So on rupees 10,000, okay, at the rate of 10% for 6 months, it will come to rupees 500. Rupees 10,000 on rupees 10,000 at the rate of 10%, okay, for 6 months. See, 6 divided by 12 is 1 by 2. Okay, and 10 divided by 100 is 1 by 10. Okay, so simply how we can calculate? 10,000 divided by 10 divided by 2. So 10,000 divided by 10 is rupees 1,000. Okay, 1,000. 1,000 divided by 2 is rupees 500. So rupees 500 is the depreciation value of the depreciation on the machinery which has been purchased on 1st October 2018. For the machinery which was with the firm for last 12 months, it is very easy. For 15,000 into 10%, that is 1,500. So this 1,000 plus this 500, so the total depreciation is rupees 2,000. Okay. This working note you have to write. If this is the working note number 1, then you have to write it in the profit and loss account, where the calculations of the depreciation has been shown, also in the balance sheet asset side of the machinery. See, these are the calculations shown for the different things. See, goods worth rupees 3,000 were unrecorded sales. It will be added into the sundry debtors and into the sales also. After that, okay, so sundry debtors you have to add unrecorded sales. Okay, sundry debtors, unrecorded sales. Similarly, trading account credit side sales plus unrecorded sales. Both the things at both the sides you have to record. Okay. After that, bad debts, new bad debts will be deducted on that amount of the debtors. Okay. So where are the debtors? So you have to record to the debtors also. Okay. On this, after recording this unrecorded sales, you have to calculate the bad debts. Okay. So on these bad debts, you have to calculate the new RTD, new percentage RTD. Okay. I had asked this question in one of the days for the quiz also. So this would be the final amount. 42,000 minus 2,100, that is whatever is the remaining value is the amount of debtors, final debtors. Okay. Similarly, in the profit and loss account, the oldest which are given, old bad debts rupees 1,000 were given. You had to add 1,000 new bad debts, and you have to add this RDD rupees 2,100 over here. Okay, that's why I told you, while before calculation of the net profit, before arriving to the net profit, we have to wait for this calculation of the new RDD. Okay, because that is the percentage RDD which is calculated on the debtors, and debtors are calculated on the asset side. Okay, so the old RDD which is given rupees 4,000, we have to deduct from here. So this is the value of the RDD bad debts on the profit and loss account debit side. Okay, and this is the value of the sales in the trading account credit side, and this is the value of the debtors in the trading account debit side. Sorry, debtors in the balance sheet asset side. Next, unrecorded purchases of rupees 8,000 will affect on purchase and creditors also. As it is unrecorded, so rupees 8,000 will be added to the purchases on the trading account debit side. Rupees 65,000 are the purchases given, plus rupees 8,000 as the unrecorded purchases, right? These unrecorded purchases, and also added into the creditors. How much were the creditors? Rupees 23,000 plus that much of value of unrecorded purchases. So total creditors will be rupees 31,000. Okay, rupees 31,000. In this we have completed solving this illustration number 7. Okay, so this is the quiz of day 15. Always my quiz is based on whatever I have taught in this lecture or whatever I have taught in the earlier lectures. If goods were purchased and included in the closing stock but not recorded in the books of account, then where they will be recorded? Okay, would they be added to purchases in the trading account debit side and to the sundry creditors liability side, or would they be deducted from the purchases from the trading account debit side and added to the sundry creditors on the liability side, or would they be added to the purchases on the trading account debit side and would be added to the sundry debtors on the asset side, or would they be deducted from the purchases on the trading account debit side and would be added to the sundry debtors on the asset side? And the last option is, would they be added to the sales on the trading account credit side and to the sundry debtors to the asset side? The correct answer you have to give immediately as soon as you have finished watching this lecture. What we will see in our next lecture? We will see to solve practical problem number 3, that is of Reena and Aarti, which is given on page number 56 and 57 in your book. So you are required to read this problem, right? I expect that you have read this problem before joining this lecture, attending this lecture. Thank you. Stay home.